everyone, and thanks for joining me today. It is day 14 of lockdown isolation. Been busy today. I've done a couple of videos that will be coming up this week, and one was with mindful colouring, so look out for that one. Number 2 on our 25 things to do, so that's coming up. I just want to say a big hello to Hope's Heavenly Creations. Said that she's a new subby, and she was interested in the Crafty Pick and Mix challenge. So if you're watching Hope's Heavenly, there is a video that explains how you can take part, and like the rules, not rules, but the way, you know, to do it. So if you go back to the first one of that series of the Crafty Pick and Mix, you will see an explanation of how you can take part. I haven't started that video today. What I'm going to do, I've got all week to do my pick and mix. So I've lost my jewellery. Franny calls them gemmers, and when she comes round, she usually goes through my jewellery box, my gemmers, and she's put them somewhere because, a funny story, not funny but sort of funny, it wasn't funny at the time. Franny came round and she'd had my gemmers, and I was in the kitchen washing up or something. She comes in with this big plastic container, you know, my big compartment box, bit like this one. Let me zoom out. But it was pink, and it had all jewellery in all of the pockets. And I was in the kitchen and I said, oh, just put it up on the side. Well, she put it up on top of the cooker. Anyway, I washed up. I came out into the living room. I was talking to Kay. And when we came back in, Franny had actually put it on top of the cooker, which I've got a ceramic hob. And when she put it up, she knocked the switch and turned it on, and it had melted all the whole bottom of the box. Thank God nobody was hurt. And so I had to put all my jewellery in a little plastic container, which I have now lost. And one of the things was jewellery. So what I'm going to do, if I can't find it, I have beads. So if I can't find the jewellery, I'll pick out another one. But I'm sure I will come across them. So that's why I haven't done that video today. Also, just want to say hi to Liz Nixon, who was saying that she was just giving me an update about where she lives, and that the supermarkets now have ATMs that are further apart from each other, and when you go in the shop, there's a station where you can wash your hands and wipes for the trolleys, etc. So I think they've actually brought that in, or they're bringing that into some of our shops here. I know that I heard it on the news yesterday, so that is good. But she also said that she walks to her shop, and she didn't eat, and she come over all funny. So make sure you eat and take care of yourself, my darling. And Sue Harvey, who's having a baby? I didn't know somebody was pregnant. Who's pregnant? You must tell me. Who's expecting a baby and when? We want all the news. Sue put a comment on one of the videos yesterday that she was changing bedrooms. Her daughter was moving into their bedroom, ready for the bump. So I am intrigued. I didn't even know there was a baby coming. So please give me the lowdown on that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the questions and answers in this video, if Charles will let me, because if you remember I said I was going to do a question and answers video, so I might as well put it on the end of this one, because we haven't got that many questions today. I'm hoping that as people begin to know that I do the questions and answers, then we'll get more questions. So the first question I have is from Jackie McFall, and she asked, what's the first thing that I shall do once we come out of lockdown? I will be tearing round to my daughter's house to see my daughter and my grandkids, and I will spend a week. I'll move in. I'll miss them so much that I just won't want to leave them. I just want to go and hug them and squeeze them, and that will be the first thing that I will do. I'll be straight in that car and round to spend time with Kay and the kids. There isn't anything else I want to do straight away. That'll be my first thing that I will do, and I'm sure most of you, that will be your first thing to run around to whoever's your nearest and dearest, and go and see them. So that's what she said that she would do as well. Now Judith also asked, does watered PVA glue work okay for journals, as she is getting low on her normal glue? Watered down PVA, it all depends what you're going to use it for. If you're going to use it to glue on light pages or things like that, then yes, it would work. If you're going to be putting on like heavy embellishments, that would, gosh, Charlie, won't work. I suppose it depends what you're doing. You could use it on book pages and things like that, you know, like if you're putting a piece of paper onto oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. You know, like if you was putting something onto a book page or putting 2 book pages together, then watered down PVA definitely is fine. Just don't water it down too much. PVA is okay. It's not too bad. But if you're obviously putting on light fabric, is sometimes okay with PVA. But lace and that probably would be no good. But definitely paper would work with watered down PVA. So that was that question. And Simra has asked a few questions. So the first one, I'd done a build my stash. I was doing these oh Charlie, seriously, he's knocking more things down the back, these little pockets. And I'm sure the question that she asked was, what do I do with my, you know, what do I do with them once I've made them all? These go in journals, because I do sell journals on Etsy when I get around to making some. And, you know, sometimes I do, like, you know, assorted ephemera packs and things like that. So they go in there. So they go in my Etsy shop, or I sell, excuse me, ephemera packs sometimes through YouTube as well. So that's what I do with them. And she asked about my stamps. Where do I get my stamps from? So obviously this is one of my stamp books here. So this is one of my big stamp books. Now all of my stamps, I must admit, I got in from car boots. I was lucky actually, because last year or the year before, I can't remember now, there was a gentleman and he had 3 or 4 of these great big stamp books. And they're just full. They're really full of loads and loads of stamps. I think actually had 3 big ones. So I bought all 3. And they were £25. But I'll never need a stamp again. And I did pick up some other ones in little baggies from the car boot as well. So definitely car boot as well. Well, that's where I got all of mine from, was the car boot. I didn't get them from anywhere else. So yeah, that's where I get my stamps from. But you know, sometimes you can see them on eBay. Sometimes you have someone who's selling a book like this that will have loads and loads and loads of stamps in there. I don't know, Simra, are you in the UK? Because if you're in the UK, when all this is said and done, I can, you know, our isolation and that, I can put a little baggie together of some stamps if you don't have any. So just let me know where you're from. I'm sure you're from the UK. Excuse me, and I'll pop some in a little envelope for you. Sorry, Charles is wafting his blinking tail. I'm going to pin his tail down or put something heavy on it so that he can't do that. I've got a frog in my throat. And then Simra also asked about, do I have any good storage ideas? Okay, I have been moving things around and sorting things out in my craft room. I've moved my craft room several times, and it is trial and error. Now, I can tell you some of the good craft storage solutions that I have found. IKEA sell this gorgeous pegboard, which I have one up here. Now, you said that you don't have much space, so I use my wall space a lot. And this peg board, you can get these little containers that you just pull off like that. Or you've got the kind of containers like this. But I think it's kind of wasted space. So I've just put loads of those containers. Plus also IKEA have these rails and these buckets and hooks. These are great for your pens. So make use of your wall space. And that's a bit of a mess up there, but there are all my scissors hanging up there, and I've got more buckets there. The other great storage thing I got was it was on Marketplace, and these are for nail varnishes, and I've got all my stickles in there, and I think I paid £10 for both of those. Now they're only good for the little bottles of things. So wall space, try and make the most of your wall space. And another thing I've learnt by trial and error is plastic pouches. Now I was storing ephemera and things in like the thick DVD cases, and I have still got some in my Rascog trolley cart thingy, but actually if you get these little packets, these were from Asda, 50p each. If you get these, I've got some other ones like this, and put your different ephemera in these, you can get so many more. Because like you think that would have been in a great big I'll show you actually. For instance, oh, if I can get one out, it's stuck in here. I use these DVD cases, and these have actually got my paper dolls in, but I haven't, some things I don't have a lot of ephemera, you know, like I'll have a different style, but I won't have these. I've got lots of paper dolls, so they do fill up the box. But if you've only got a few bits of ephemera, these little plastic pouches are great, because as in space saving, you'd actually get 2 or 3 to the space of this. So plastic storage cases are my little lifesaver at the moment, and that's what I'm in the process of you know, sorting through and putting my ephemera in these little pouches, because they are much better. And if you have a deep drawer, you can have a lot of those side by side. So I will be doing more craft storage things as the weeks go on and that, so just keep watching. I do have some craft storage videos. If you go back onto my craft room organization and my craft room tours, you'll see some of them. One of the best set of drawers that I've got, and I would love another, is the Mom drawer from IKEA. They are huge, deep drawers, and you can fit so many things in them. So drawers are really good, and try and make the most of it by either putting things in little pouches, or if you're going to put things in little containers like this, if you put things in containers like this, then you can stack more than one in the Mom drawers. So little plastic containers are really good for dividers for different things as well. When my room is a bit tidier, I will do another craft room tour for those of you that you know, haven't seen it, or you know, just want to have a catch up, because I've changed some things around, definitely. So yeah, it's trial and error, my lovely. It's about trying to get them as much as you can in one place, really. So those are the questions and answers for this week. I'm hoping that we'll have more next week, but it might be something you don't want to do. So that's today's video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Tomorrow I will be back with more, and we'll do some crafting. Charlie's being a little diggly baby, aren't you? I've got to pick up that glue that you knocked down from earlier. And I've also got like these plastic containers as well. I don't know, oh sorry Charles, I don't actually know where I got them from, but as you can see, you can get a lot of these in drawers, and these are really good to keep things separated as well. So plastic wallets I love at the moment. Love, 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 love. Right, my lovelies, I hope you're all well. Just a quick hello, and I hope you enjoyed the questions and answers. Hope they answered your questions. And don't forget, I'll be doing this once a week. So if you have any questions, ask away and I'll save them until next week's video. So take care for now. I will be back tomorrow for some more crafting. Love you guys. Bye.